Hello and welcome from Australia to whoever you are, wherever you are in the world. Welcome from Australia, bringing through a beautiful message for those of you that are called to see this. Come in, take a moment, take a breath, and feel the new wave and new earth energies that we have broken through in the past week. I already have done 5 days ago a live divine healing video about this, and I've been processing energies all day, and this is an upgrade of all of your chakras and energy centers right now as you come in live. Whenever you see this will be live for you. There's a living divine healing energies ahead of time that caters to everybody from all walks of life, from whether you know a little bit, a lot, wherever you are, you can feel the beautiful divine healing energy that is in this space when you come into this space. This message is for you first wavers. And I'm talking about a new type of first wavers. And please remember, reminding you, you may know, not know. This may be the first time in this divine space. This is first to the planet, voiced newly of the highest vibration on the planet, freely gifting. This is not just a video. This is actually a freely gifting live divine healing video. I want your consciousness to please uptake this. This is where you listen, you take a moment, you allow the mind to release of replying, of answering or asking questions. Just to stay in this moment, to receive this transmission is really important for me to deliver this information of consciously awakening for 26 years with my finger on the pulse with humanity's ascension, to be able to see the difference of our old ascension and of our new ascension. I'm all about proof, raw and real. So I want to say to you first wavers to take a break, to have a rest, to pull back more from those newly discovering this, speaking up and wanting their freedom from what's happening in the world. And especially in Australia, Australia is at the forefront of leading humanity's ascension. It has been said many times before, we are the solar plexus of the world. It's no competition or race. We are one. We're all here together. It is what it is. We have broken through a new first wave with our new ascension. Rest, 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 and pull back. We need to be on another page where the old page is not affecting us as much. Some need to break through. And if you have felt broken in the past week, specifically, this has been you to break through, that you never made it through or past this level of consciousness in all of your past lives. Take that in for a moment. That is too big and too precious not to feel into that for yourself, to take a moment. Feel that. Feel the peace. Feel the love come in. To honor yourself. Never before had I seen the vision that I saw from the video that I shared on this 5 days ago. I shared it an update this morning. The last video before this one. We broke through in the collective consciousness all together with all our not happy and speaking up and voicing against mandates and jabs and what and lockdowns and everything. It broke through a first wave. It has happened. Did you take this in? Did you read? Did you watch the video recently that stated that? Because if you missed that, you miss the forest for the trees for the forest. If you've missed that, you'll still be on that wheel of wanting to go, keep pushing in the world, and it's overwhelming. And I'm telling so many of you masters, it's time to pull back. We broke through. It worked. Why is all the shit still happening in the world? Because up here, it broke through. We broke through in spirit. In the human, take a breath and a step back and have a break, please. And I'll give you an example of what I mean. I'm part of a Facebook group called United We Stand Australia. And what I'm seeing is many souls now speaking up and asking questions that I started a year and a half ago when the lockdowns first happened. Okay, and many of you did too. Many of you are in this new process though. So everyone's in different stages of their ascension on the mountain. However, I've got to talk about the first waivers, the ones that went down rabbit holes to investigate. And I've shared before that I was part of this for humanity's ascension about being medically exempt from masks. I've shared this on my private timeline, and where I've approached companies, where I've written letters, I've been abused, I've done emails, I wear a badge that a lot of people said, you know, wearing a badge saying I'm exempt from wearing a mask is like wearing the Jews' yellow star. And I'm like, no, it's not. It lets people know to leave me alone. And it's very peaceful, and I wear it with a smile, and I've been very blessed in not wearing a mask. Okay, there's a big shift of energies happening right now. Take a moment, feel all your chakras and energy centers starting to realign, rebalance. So when all this first happened in the world, I'm going to focus on what's happening in Australia because it is all over the world news about what is happening in Australia, and it's all true. Everything that's been said is true, how severe it is. I'm very blessed here in Queensland. I don't have the helicopters announcing, stay in your home, stay there. It is full on, very full on. I'm not going to go into how full on that is. You'll have an idea yourself. Okay, energy shifting again. Let's take a moment. There's a third eye balancing happening because there's a lot of left brain, right brain balancing happening at the moment. So in learning what was new to the planet with these lockdowns, I needed to research and watch videos. I needed to find the laws. I needed to print the laws out. I needed to read the laws. I needed to be aware to back myself up. So what I went through, and I went down those rabbit holes, and holy shit, it scared the fuck out of me. And it was horrible, and seeing what was coming up. And then it's the unseen being seen of all the darkness coming out of people and everything that I've been writing for many years now. And once I broke down the reality of, holy shit, this is real, this is really happening, this is World War III, and putting myself in that bubble of protection and breaking down and having my PTSD triggered and going through the mill. Beautiful Simone Matthews. Go and have a look what she went through. She's also going through the masks, and it was her journey as well to be at the forefront with the medical exemptions and pushing through and approaching companies and doing things like, you know, in her way, like I've needed to as well. Not everybody's needed to do that. It has worked because on the United We Stand Australia sight, I'm now seeing where I was back at my beginning of the frustration and the anger and not understanding and asking questions and doing the research and reading up and being knowledgeable. It is going through a gauntlet process to reach peace, to push through, to come from another page of another book, that we're no longer feeling that as much. So what I'm saying to those of you that are feeling this and are being part of this as first wavers, please give yourself a break. And I'm saying this because I'm seeing many that don't know how to switch off, that don't know how to set boundaries, and they are learning newly. I will be sharing more of this on the next 100 Master Zoom number 5. It's by way of a gifting exchange. Email the oraclespeaks@bigpond.com. I have shared this a few times already. I don't chase people. You need to come and have a look yourself and see. This is freely gifting the latest to the planet. An exchange is being asked of up to 100 masters in a private Zoom space, and there is nothing else on the planet like those divine healings. The exchange has been asked for by above for those who really want to be there, will be there, because we need to keep our energies safe and protected. So I'm saying to you, first wavers, pull back, find another way. Energetically, collectively, we had a massive breakthrough. The first wave has worked. I'm now seeing the second wave has come up where we were back when the lockdown started and getting their research and everything. And I have to pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. You can't do it just in one day, please. You need to do this on a constant, conscious basis, is pull back and start altering your life. I'm writing less. I've been writing for 18 years. Specifically 7 years here, 6, 7 years here on Facebook. And so being a new Earth Ascension pioneer, I know what of the Old Ascension, and I'm bringing in the new Earth Ascension, bringing you the latest of what is happening on a bigger scale. So first wavers, we broke through. We've done it. We keep going. We need to rest. Many of you are telling me about migraines laid out this week. It's the most rest that you've been really knocked out and wiped out for 10 years in your awakening ascension. Listen, embrace it. Let the tears release. Look after yourself in the physical in a very new way. The toll the energies have taken on the physical is at its peak. The last place we shift is on the physical. And sometimes we need to hear this. This is the golden divine message. Yes, all day, very difficult grounding. As well, I need to anchor and ground in these energies here today by coming on live as guided. I'll go for 2 more minutes. So I just want to say before I go, thank you for everyone coming here and seeing this, that this is Old Ascension, New Ascension, first wavers, pull back and rest is the biggest message. Allow the others to come up and speak. Don't get caught up in those rabbit holes again. You don't need to answer for them. They need to discover for themselves. So be very discerning of your energy. Keep feeling at the moment and seeing the visions and memories releasing, because there's been tears. There'll be more flashes, and it's going back to ancestral. I haven't shared that. Again, this is a new wave of first wavers I'm speaking about in our new Earth Ascension, what I'm talking about, first wavers, okay? So take a step back consciously. I'll let you look up the Bushflower Essence Cherry Plum. Many of you are in a state of loss of control, yet may not know it. You're so used to with the head and on the outside and compartmentalizing everything. That's what happening is inside there is a total loss of control. That is your breaking point. And I have written and done videos, and I will keep saying that. Keep going back. There is always more in these to be seen. I don't know how long I'll be able to do these, so make the most of them. They will be shifting to podcasts next year. I was meant to be starting podcasts next month, needing to take a break before I can do that. There is a lot happening. It is a pleasure, a blessing, and an honor to be here with you at this time to bring through what I do. I want to thank you for those of you masters that feel these. We are few. Our energy is so, so powerful, and onwards and upwards, first wavers, and I'm here with you all the way for those of you that feel the clarion call. Bless you, thank you, and so much love. And please, the Oracle Speaks at bigpond.com email if you wish to be part of a most amazing live divine healing with up to 100 masters in that space. There is nothing else like it on the planet. You don't need to travel. You don't need to go anywhere. You can register for this with that gifting exchange of AU11 as set by the divine. For those of you, it is the most secure, protected space of ninth dimensional energies for you to have that divine space for you, because you are your own self healer. No one else can heal you but you of your vibration. Bless. Thank you. Love you. Bye, Masters.